Hi, I just wanted to announce I'm actually in the contest for a new beauty magazine, the Fab Over 40 contest for women, and the winner gets a spread in the magazine, basically. And by spread, I mean a series of photos placed in the middle of the magazine. Isn't there like the centerpiece of the issue? and I just want to show you all how I actually do my makeup. I got allergies going too this season. So anyways, I'm going to show you all how I do my makeup today just for fun in this Halloween season, but it's not going to be Halloween level makeup. It's going to be just like everyday makeup. This is me without any makeup at all. And I just want to point all this out because I know for a lot of people, there's this sort of controversy with the photoshopping and AI in the media and especially among celebrities. So for me, I've always been someone who either went without makeup or went with tons of makeup, depending on what I was doing, because I very much see makeup as something that's just like a clothing item that you kind of take on or off and use prescriptively. Frankly, I'm happiest without any makeup on, but I also think I look a little bit scary without it because I'm so really pale. So I'm going to show you my makeup routine. I have one of the most basic makeup routines you will ever find. But noting that, you can see structurally how my face is and how my features actually look without it, then you can see me put on how my features change. So the first thing you want to make sure both is that you have a clean face before you put makeup on, which I've already washed my face today and cleaned everything. And then before you put the makeup on, you want to make sure to moisturize and actually make sure that you've got sort of a palette going that's actually going to stick to the makeup and then give you like a natural luminescence. So I'm putting on a vitamin serum right now to get my face sort of in order. I mean, let's be honest, there's really nothing better than just plain old hanging out with no makeup on with like moisturizer on. And you can pull your hair back if you want to do your makeup, but that's really a personal choice. See, and then I take my hands, run the vitamin serum through my hair too. Okay, anyways. And then I like to start out with foundation, and I don't wear a heavy foundation. I work really hard on skincare, so I don't have to. And keeping up a natural luminescence and radiance that people want to have throughout their lifespan. That's actually based on taking vitamins and taking good care of yourself and sleep, and avoiding drugs and alcohol and smoking as much as you can stand. Obviously, everybody has moments to sort of indulge, but that's just the truth about how it all sort of works. So for me, I actually don't really use a lot. I have a little bit of acne still, even in my 40s, so I try to cover that up some. So I'll actually, and I use like just a little table mirror for this stuff. I'm using it right now. And, try to make sure things look cleaned up. But, not tons of makeup. And, really mix it up with your products. But, well, one thing I'll tell you for me is that I don't use heavy foundation. I know there's been a trend towards, they're basically almost using a pancake. It's modernized pancake. I used to do theater makeup. And I would not recommend that in everyday life. I also just wouldn't recommend it generally because it's really bad for your skin and you'll end up having to use more of it in order to cover up. So I found rule with makeup is like the more you use as far as your skin goes, the more you're going to need to use because you're going to have breakouts and irritation. So the healthiest skin, the happiest skin is actually the skin that doesn't have any makeup on most of the time. But anyways, it kind of also scares people. So most people wear a little bit. Most women wear a little bit. And then as you can see, I'm sort of covering up all the areas with a heavy concealer that are sort of irritated. And then I use a really, really light, this is one of those, it's called a hydrating foundation. It's super light, but it's in that category of, like almost like a CG cream. I'm really not using a heavy foundation. Just really, really light stuff. As light as you can stand, Because it's really the, your concealers that are going to actually fix up your face. So, and you can use, there's like 5 different types of concealers you can use. They have a purple, a yellow, a green. I think there's one that even supposed to fight signs of aging. So you can really layer it on if you want. I don't personally care to. I do pretty well with what I have, so. But I also do other skincare, so. And then if I'm going to be taking pictures, especially if I'm going to take pictures outside, I use a heavier blush. Then I go underneath the cheekbone, like this. Here I'm going to refer back to an old lesson from the 90s because that was back when everyone noticed this, but some women get a line here because they don't bother to blend things in. So what you do is you take all this and you blend it, right? You go like this with it and you blend. Make sure it actually blends with your neck because your neck is going to be a little bit different color from the rest of your skin on your face due to the fact that it has shading here and almost like its own little umbrella from the sun. So you've got to blend it together in order to not look weird and get that weird line. And then I do like a little highlighter here. And then since I am, you know, kind of at that point with a little bit of aging, I get some grays and I don't want to dye my hair all the time. So I will actually go through with the root line. You know, if I see where there's some spots where there's a little bit of gray showing, I just take a little bit of, you know, the sort of waxy stuff you can get like almost anywhere, dollar store, wherever, right? You know, anywhere, it's just anywhere. You get these little like almost little markers or these little waxy pieces that have some color in them, and you can do your makeup with them and then even change your hairline a little bit if you need to. But you know, you use it to cover up whatever little gray you have if you think it's important or even care. Nothing wrong with a little gray. Some people have a lot. They just say this whole thing of dyeing their hair is stupid. They're going to do something else. So whatever you want to do. And then I have like several different types of eyeshadows. I don't spend a lot on makeup. I throw it out a lot actually. So I have my really cheap stuff and I just kind of, you know, wash and wear almost, like use it and go, because eye makeup gets dirty so fast. Just so fast. And if you struggle with allergies or anything at all, you're going to want to throw out your eye makeup like every 2 months or maybe even every 6 weeks. This thing of buying super expensive makeup and trying to hold on to it forever, like, I mean, if you got the money to blow, go ahead. But, you know, the reality is you need to throw that makeup out pretty regularly. So I'm going to do like a nice sort of glimmery light eyeshadow that's like gold here. And then I'm going to do a nice brown here. Just to kind of get a natural look, you know. And then because it is a Halloween season, I like to do this kind of orange. So I kind of put that over the brown, and then I do a nice, like, one right up there. Like, I do it right up to that line. Yep, I go all the way up there. Get, like, right up in that. And then I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. And then just because of the way my eyes are shaped, like, I tend to look better with less, you know, kind of less on the actual lid of my eye. And then you got to get some white going, or a lighter color. It depends on your skin tone, but what you want is something that seriously contrasts with the rest of your skin so that you get some, you know, get rid of some of the shadows there. But even when I was young, I used to do that because it just gives it a really nice effect and creates, especially if you're like me and your eyes are closed set, it creates some width. So, and then you run that white right up there and it mixes in with that other color and it looks like a completely different color. So you're kind of layering stuff in, basically, and kind of mishmashing it all together, too. It doesn't really matter. It's makeup. I've even seen, I used to sell Mary Kay. Like, I knew women that were really crazy about some of their stuff that just, you really get the pots out and you, like, stick your fingers in it and, like, goob it on your eye. Like, it's really fun because you're just like, go. So, but anyways. And then do a liner. And as far as lining, you know, you do a first pass, you kind of get it underneath, like, you know, as close as you can to the eye, because you don't want it to be like jagged or sort of chunky looking. So using a fine point, you know, eyeliner, this is called an eye marker, but I mean the point is that you're less likely to make those kind of errors. Sometimes with the pencils it just gets really chunky, gunky looking, so it's up to you though. And then you want to go back and make sure to fill in any spaces you sort of missed and make sure you get in a little bit closer just to make sure that you really didn't mess anything up. And then at this point, you need to kind of look at blending too. You don't want to miss that. So make sure you're doing some blending. And one thing I do is I line underneath. And then you actually need to put like some pencils in the corner. And then you just go underneath and kind of blend. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some mascara. I hope you enjoy my little witch's hats here. I got one off the side for you here. A little fascinator. I'll leave that right there for you while I grab this mascara. As you can see, most makeup is just illusion. You know, people really don't look that good without it. So, it's interesting. I was the person that originally came up with the idea in the industry, like literally in the US, of using all the white in the corners. It was something I came up with for myself, but it was also something I learned as a theater technique when I used to do theater makeup. So, and of course, the person who tried to pass it off was one of the people I've referenced in previous episodes who kind of looks like he doesn't have anybody applying with the material these days. So, kind of how it goes when you steal too much from people, right? But if you're ever wondering where the whole like white pencil in the corner of the eye thing came from, that was me, but it was something I learned in theater. In classical theater, on the stage, people always do a white dot. They used to do red dots, and then I decided the red looked weird on stage and started doing white. But some people even do a red. It's to make sure that their eyes look even on stage as if they exist, so to speak, because in theater you're so far away from people you can't always tell. So I decided to translate to just white for everyday makeup. And then I like to use a gloss. Now this is me in full makeup because I don't do heavy makeup. Like This is nothing compared to what you see with some people today. You know, some of the people who have shows like the Kardashians. I mean, it's just like crazy, crazy pancake. But this is all I wear. And then I literally stop at this point. And that's me with a full makeup face. Please vote for me for the competition for New Beauty Magazine. The links will be up around the YouTube channel and they're also on my Facebook and Instagram page. And I hope you're all having a lovely day and enjoying the Halloween season here in the US. Oh, and you can always do the hair flip the other way. Yeah, I just call it like everyday makeup, bombshell, whatever. Oh, and then of course when you're done, you take your sweater off and you're supposed to be wearing some kind of cutesy top. In this case, I'm just wearing a really fitted top. So it's just going to be me just like this. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Have a good one.